There is probably no other town in the San Luis Valley with a crazier history than Creede, Colorado. So let's take a road trip down there for a bit and go and check out my second favorite place in all of Colorado. So Creede has an interesting history. It was the wildest mining boomtown in Colorado in its heyday. Partly because back when Denver was trying to clean up its image in early Colorado history, they started cracking down on all the gambling, the brothels, you know, all the fun stuff of the Wild West. And so when Denver started shutting it down, all of it basically migrated to Creede. Creede also has another unique distinction. If you've ever heard of the old outlaw from the Wild West, Jesse James, then you know he was shot by Robert Ford. And Robert Ford himself was then shot in Creede. But the heyday of Creede would eventually come to an end. When the U.S. went to the gold standard, the price of silver ate the biggest bowl of shit. And that just basically started spelling the end of Creede. But it's still there. It may not be as big as it used to be, but it's still a unique town with stuff that's definitely worth going and checking out if you're in the area. Like, if you go to Creede, you can see the world's largest...
I was originally going to cut in right here with a joke and be like standing in front of the fork, camera on a tripod, and just cut right to me showing the fork. However, there's construction going on right now, so that's the world's largest fork. That's where I was going with that bit. Crappy luck I got. That's what I get for trying to plan a joke.
Yeah, that fork was built strictly for the purpose of being the world's largest fork. Now, mind you, I've seen this fork there all the time. I kind of just thought it was a unique little way to get your eyes on the restaurant there as you're driving through. I didn't even know till recently it was the world's largest fork. So, there's that. Is a town that has never forgotten its past. It still lives deep in its mining roots. In fact, in the late 80s, early 90s, a bunch of the old miners, after one of the last mines up there finally closed, went through and built a new mining museum in the mountain. They actually carved like this giant horseshoe-like path through so you could actually get a in-depth look and kind of feel like what the miners would have felt like and what it looked like when they were back working in those mines. You know how they used to drill holes for the dynamite in the rock? One guy would hold what was basically a long chisel, and another guy would swing a hammer at the end of it. And the guy holding the chisel would just slightly rotate it so it would go in a clockwise or counterclockwise fashion and slowly chisel a hole. Now, I want you to think of the one person in your life that you trust the most. Now I want you to imagine you are holding a metal chisel against a wall and they are swinging a sledgehammer at it. Don't trust them as much as you thought you did you? And if you actually want to get a sense of how it was mining in the old times, they actually hold competitions there 4th of July weekend every year. These are everything from laying railroad ties to operating the muckrackers to swinging a sledgehammer at a stick your buddy's holding. Yeah, some people do screw themselves up. You see one person get a good whack to the knuckles, there's blood everywhere. But it's a fun little event to go to. So if you're in the area during 4th of July weekend, I highly recommend you going out and checking it out.
This is the area they hold the Days of 92 mining competitions. Now, during 4th of July weekend, this little area is packed, and it is a blast to watch. one of the more well-known places in Creede, at least amongst theater circles, is the Creede Repertory Theatre. It's live action performances, and the 2024 season, which will be its 59th season, is coming up here at the end of May. So if you happen to be going from May through the end of September, check out their website and see what's playing, because this year I think I'll be going because they're going to have a performance of Young Frankenstein. And I always believe the world can use more Mel Brooks. Now, one of the places I like to go to in Creede every time I'm here is the Creede Olive Oil Company. Oh, it's so good. I was actually one of the main reasons I came up here. I'm almost out of my specialty olive oil, and I had to come back up and get some more. And I even picked up a new roasted garlic avocado oil that will be going great on the next steak I have, because there is no such thing as too much garlic. While you're in there, you actually can take little tasting cups and try out some of the olive oil to see if it's one you'd like. So I'm not going to lie, right now my stomach's pretty much coated in olive oil. So just north of town, you'll find the entrance right here to the mining museum that's buried in the mountain. That's also not the only building that's in the mountain. There's also a community center and a firehouse. This is definitely a town that has not forgotten its mining roots. Either that or they like to cosplay as Dwarves of Moria. But if you have a four-wheel drive vehicle, there's a little bonus for you, because you can go back up this way. That's the Bachelor mine loop. That goes up to the old mines that started Creede. So it's a nice little four-wheel drive area. You can stop and check out the old mines. So let's go check out some old mines. I'm willing to bet you could list that as a house for sale and it would still sell for $500,000. Gotta love Colorado housing prices.
After making that last joke, I did happen to drive by a house for sale up here, and I wasn't wrong. Going up that, you're gonna go up a little bit in elevation. Your ears are probably gonna pop. That's always fun. I'd just like to say it's May now, and I'm still blocked by a snowbank. Like, I want to go forward, but I can't tell if the road ends, is blocked further, or just exactly how much muck is in front of me. Shit. Yeah, I got out. That's pretty deep. That's deep and sloggy, and I am not the only person who's stuck here. There's a poor company truck coming up here to work that can't make it past that spot, so I guess looks like he hiked in. Yeah, I'm not doing that. We're good. But May in Colorado, and there's still snow up to my waist.